It's 2:31 p.m. in Los Angeles on Monday, the 22nd of December. I'm Mark Strassman, reporter with Utopia News. We're about to speak to John Farrell, who's a research associate with the Institute for Local Self-Reliance in Minnesota. Welcome back to Utopia News.
Well, thanks so much for having me, Mark.
You're organizing a conference in January. Tell us what's going to happen.
Well, the conference is called Bringing Renewable Energy Home, and that's exactly the idea behind it. It's to look at renewable energy payments, also known as feed-in tariffs, and how they might work for Minnesota and for other states in our region to increase the development of renewable energy projects and to retain more of the economic benefits of that development within our states.
Okay, we're going to talk more about the details of the event, and we're going to give people a chance to do this at the end. But tell them now how they can get more information about this online and sign up to register if they want.
Yeah, it's on our website, ILSR.org. You can also find it on the New Rules Project website, newrules.org. There's a conference registration website right there. You can do it on the internet with your credit card. We also accept registration on the day of the conference at St. Olaf College in Northfield, Minnesota.
Okay, tell us the details of the event, when, where, and how much it costs to register.
Sure, it's on Friday, January 9th. If you register before Christmas, the Christmas holiday here, it's $85, and will go up marginally after that. It's at St. Olaf College in Northfield, Minnesota, January 9th. It'll be an all-day event, and we're going to have some excellent speakers. Paul Geip, the sort of national expert on feed-in tariff policy, Wilson Rickerson, who will be able to give an overview kind of how these policies are developing across the country. We've got an expert coming in from Germany who is involved in the development of their feed-in tariff. We'll be able to talk a lot about sort of what their motivations were and what the successes have been in terms of its economic returns. And then we'll have some local entrepreneurs and businessmen, as well as a lot of Minnesota's utilities coming to talk about what are some of the challenges and the roadblocks that they might see to this kind of policy. And so we hope to have a really good conversation about what direction the policy might take and how people might see it implemented.
Tell our listeners very concisely what a feed-in tariff, advanced renewable tariff, renewable energy payment is.
The basic idea is that anybody who wants to be a renewable energy producer, a renewable electricity producer, can put up a project, and the utility will have to buy that power at a previously specified price that will guarantee them a reasonable rate of return, and they'll get a long-term contract for that power.
Has this been tried anywhere?
Certainly. It's the main policy for renewable energy in European countries. You've seen it in Denmark and in Germany, where in both countries more than 10% of their electricity comes from renewable power, and largely because of such policy. And you're seeing that considered also in North America. Ontario has created what they call a standard offer program that's very similar to this. And then a lot of states in the United States are considering it, from California to Minnesota, Michigan, Rhode Island, Massachusetts. A number of different states are considering it, although none have yet passed such legislation.
Okay, and in keeping with the spirit of the Institute for Local Self-Reliance, what are the advantages for economic development on a local level for having a feed-in tariff?
Well, feed-in tariff really enables sort of what I like to consider the smaller scale but bigger impact kind of projects. You're going to get development, and we have in Minnesota and many other states, really large wind projects from the big developers out there. There are some big solar projects being planned for the southwestern deserts. But there's a lot of opportunity to tap into existing capacity on our grid, and to do so with smaller size projects, whether it's wind or solar or biomass. And a feed-in tariff really makes the whole process much simpler by making the financing of projects easy, guaranteeing that interconnection, a contract with the price that people know they're going to get a reasonable rate of return. And so it really can energize the renewable energy sector to develop in a way that encourages these kind of dispersed, smaller-scale projects, and that in turn leads to local ownership. You can get a lot of farmers together to own ethanol plants, for example. You can get a lot of farmers and rural landowners together to own wind turbines. And they're not going to develop the really big projects, but when they do develop their projects, all the studies show that there are more jobs created per megawatt of a wind project, and more economic impact dollars that comes back to the community when those projects.
Say just a little bit about the implications for the national economy, which is undergoing a lot of stress right now. of the idea of local self-reliance and feed-in tariffs and distributed creation of renewable energy?
Well, the implications are just enormous. One of the things that we talk about right off the bat is that we have a lot of these short-term renewable energy goals, and if we're going to meet those goals, we can't sit around and wait for new transmission lines, new pipelines to be built. We need to take advantage of our existing resources, our existing electric grid. And these kind of projects can plug in right away. And the second thing is, if you've got an opportunity, if you have this kind of incentive program set up that doesn't require special tax liability or these complicated contracts that can be negotiated, you're going to get a lot more renewable energy online quickly, and then you're going to have a lot more jobs created quickly. And that's just the kind of economic stimulus.
Okay, wrap up by telling us again when and where the conference is and how people can get in touch with you to register.
The conference Bringing Renewable Energy Home will be held January 9th at St. Olaf College, which is in Northfield, Minnesota. You can register online at our website, www.newrules.org. You're also welcome to contact me, John Farrell, at 612-379-3815.
Thanks very much for talking to us today on Utopia News.